contest is singles action, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Houston, Texas, the powerhouse, Charity King!
Charity King joining us all the way from Houston, Texas. D-Lo, she's trained by Booker T at the Reality of Wrestling School, and she's ready to prove something. She told me before this event started, she feels like she's the least known wrestler on this card. She's going up against Kiera Hogan from All Elite Wrestling. A great opportunity for her to make a name for herself.
Charity King, a powerhouse. This young woman is strong. And yes, you said it earlier. She wants to make a point. She wants to make a statement. She's going to use tonight as a moment in her timeline that she can go forward from.
But she doesn't have as much experience as this young lady. About 10 years ago, right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I met a young Kiera Hogan for the very first time. She was coming up here as a trainee, just trying to make her name for herself, get on a show, take some hands. 10 years later, she's on national television every single week, and boy, she'll have the experience over Charity King.
You met her 10 years ago. I met her about 5 years ago, and ever since then, I've had the pleasure of working hand in hand with Kiera Hogan. I've got to watch her grow as an individual, and I've got to watch her grow as a young professional wrestler. Here is a young lady who wants the world, and she's willing to sacrifice herself, her body, her time to make it happen.
She calls herself the hottest flame, period. You got to add the period at the end if you know Kiera Hogan.
Put some respect on that. Period.
Period. There we go. One thing Kiera does not want to do, though, is lock it in with Charity King. She is a former power lifter. She's had PRs of 300 in her deadlift and 290 in her squat, but she is coming off of an ACL injury she suffered about 2 years ago. Spent a year and a half on the shelf, and she's been back the last few months, and she's ready to show what she can do. However, it could be something that could hamper her during this match.
You know, you can only, hope that is not the case. You want to make sure that you're at 100%. And right now, Charity is showing a little attitude there. I like that.
She wants her respect, and what a way to get respect in somebody who's wrestling on national television every single week. You see the lockup right there. That's the experience right there, Kiera Hogan. Grabbing that wrist lock and wrenching it in.
Yeah, that's the wrestling acumen there of Kiera Hogan. She knows she can't go strength for strength with Charity, but she can break her down body part by body part, and starting off with the arm and the wrist.
If you're not familiar with wrestling school, she trained at the WW4 Academy in Atlanta, Georgia, and so many great wrestlers have come out of that. You had, of course, Curtis Hughes, who was a trainer there. Then it was A.R. Fox, who took over for him. And so many great wrestlers to this day are coming out of that school in Atlanta. Kiera Hogan's just one of many, or one of the best that has come out of that school in the last 10 years.
Here we go. We're seeing this exchange of headlocks here. This is trying to weaken your opponent. Now we got, you can't go.
Power.
No, you can't go power.
Kiera's going to have to use her experience. She's going to have to use her quickness.
Oh, big slam.
Oh, my goodness. Dropped her right on the top of her shoulders. That's the power difference between these two. Pick her up.
A second slam. And Charity is showing you strength factor right here. A third slam.
Oh, she sits out for this one. She's going to go for the cover. D-Lo, was that a mistake right there?
I think that was a mistake. That's youth right there. I would go for the quick cover.
Hits the ropes. Oh, big senton. Maybe she knew what she was doing. 1, 2. A big kick out.
and you can see right there, Charity knows how to use her size to her advantage, manipulating her body in a way where the big senton splash doesn't look like much, but it's all your body weight coming down in a prone position on your opponent.
Right there in the middle of her stomach, crushing the ribs, crushing the stomach. When you have somebody like that coming down on your sternum, what does that feel like?
Well, that feels like hell, but what it's done, it's there to mess up the rhythm and timing of your breathing. But apparently Kiera has great recuperative powers.
A step up, sit out,
Cover.
leg drop,
That was
and
a
she
one
only
count.
got one on that.
It's a one count there. That's a statement there. That's Charity saying, you may have hit me with something, but it didn't really hurt me. It did not affect me.
My goodness. Kiera Hogan with the experience, she knows that she has until 5, and she of course says, period, when she breaks it.
So here is Kiera is showing her knowledge and her experience in the ring, using the ropes to her advantage and now manipulating Charity's body in a position where she can take advantage of it.
More chops. Kiera knows what's going to be effective. She's going to have to literally chop her down to get this win tonight because she is giving up some weight here in this match, but she knows exactly what to do with her experience.
And you see, using the foot there, also aided by the ropes, increasing the pressure on the Charity's chin and throat.
Snapmares are over.
Quick cover.
1, 2.
Now, if you notice, that first count was a 1. This was more of a 2.
Good point.
Is Charity being worn down here by Kiera?
Good point. She's wailing on her face right here. Wants to go for it. And that's a 2. Sometimes in these events, you may know that you're not going to pin somebody this quick, but you just want to tire them out. They have to spend more and more energy to kick out. What does that feel like in the middle of the match as you're trying to fight back?
Well, as you're getting pummeled on, the last thing you want to do is push someone's dead body weight off of you. So now you're spending that energy that you're trying to save as a reserve, maybe. Let me endure some of this punishment, and I got the reserve, but when you start kicking out, you're wasting that energy, wearing your opponent down.
And she's a power lifter. A lot of times power lifters, and that's a 2 count right there. Power lifters a lot of times don't have the biggest stamina.
Yeah, they're not known for their cardio. They're known for explosive bursts and short amount of time. And when you go on, the longer this match goes, it's going to favor Kiera Hogan.
Crowd getting into it, clapping for Charity King. Kiera just showing her experience, showing what she needs to do. Big knee in the back.
This doesn't look like much, but what it's doing, that knee between your shoulder blade, it is pushing on the back of your lungs. It's compressing the way you breathe in while your chin is being raked back. This is a very painful hold.
Kiera knows exactly what she's doing. She knows where she's at. As Charity had her beginning part of her career cut short due to an injury, she's just getting back. Can she muster up something? She's lacking of experience, but she definitely has the strength. What can she do to come back against the experienced Kiera Hogan?
Cover. You got to hope in the time that Charity is off doing injury and recovering and doing rehab, that she was also studying in the lab, creating new techniques, finding ways to use her strength and size to her advantage, and let's see if it plays out here tonight.
If anybody can study, Charity King can. She has her master's degree in speech therapy, so outside of the ring, she is one smart cookie. She knows exactly what she's doing, and you could bet she's took all that time to study her craft. And you can bet she's took her time to study Kiera Hogan. However, Kiera Hogan took her time to study Charity King as well. You see, she keeps having the upper hand.
And see what Kiera's doing with this chin lock and putting all of her body weight on her is once again making Charity spend energy to stand up and to fire back, and now cut her off again.
That's that experience as she hits the rope. Big slam right there. Spine buster right in the middle of the ring.
And right there, that is called an evening factor. That's a move that everything becomes dead even once again. Look here. This is called spine on the pine. Spine buster.
My goodness. Fans, that is a very thin mat right there. There is nothing but metal and wood underneath that, so that can't feel good for your back. D'Lo, I know you're glad that your back is not hitting that mat anymore.
I don't want to get anywhere near it because I know what that feels like. Now, Charity, big clothesline. Can Charity step momentum here?
Here it is. It's the power that we've talked about. Kiera Hogan has to get out of this situation.
Now, shoot in here. Going for the slam again.
Oh!
World's most dangerous.
That could be it right there. Oh! Kiera just kicking out at 2.5.
And that took almost everything Kiera Hogan had in her body there to kick out of that. Let's see how that weighs on Kiera going forward.
Now the roles are reversed. You talked about pushing that dead weight off of you. And that's what Kiera Hogan had to do after getting her lungs blown out for that big-time world's largest slam. Oh! She misses the splash in the corner. Oh!
See, right
kick in the stomach.
That kick is to make you lose breath there. Now Kiera's going to capitalize, create momentum. Cut it down! Creating space and shutting it right down.
Hits her right there at the side of the cheek.
Going for the
This
cover.
should knock her out. 2. Charity King has had to kick out so many times. Just kicks out of this one, and Kiera Hogan cannot believe it.
And right here, Charity is trying to withstand this flurry.
We talked about Charity wanting to make a name for herself. She could be the very first winner of the very first women's match here at Ashe Wrestling. And it could be over somebody by the likes of Kiera Hogan. Oh!
Death
Death Valley driver.
Cover, this is it!
This has to be at 1, 2, gets out. Oh my goodness.
That was 2 9/10. That was almost there.
How disheartening is that when you hit a big maneuver like that? As we see it once again. Look at her spike, Kiera Hogan.
I mean,
right there on the mat.
Right there, and when you hit that, you think this is going to be the moment. And when she kicks out, when anyone kicks out of that, it's a little disheartening.
Going for the big slam again. Kiera Hogan slips out.
Super kick.
Right underneath the jaw. Misses it.
Schoolgirl.
Hey, it works. It works.
Most dangerous move in wrestling right there.
A pin is a pin is a pin. Elbowing her right in the back of the head.
Charity went for that slam again. You saw how Kiera shifted her body weight and countered that maneuver. Oh! Shoulder to turnbuckle.
Oh, right now, she's going to roll her up.
Feet on the ropes.
Her leg is on the rope. Oh, my goodness! The ref.
And here's your winner, Kiera Hogan!
These fans are beside themselves. But, D'Lo, that is the experience of Kiera Hogan.
Absolutely right. Kiera knew that going straight up, she could not defeat this young lady. So what she did, used one of the oldest tricks in the book and used the ropes for leverage to gain the advantage and get the 1, 2, 3 in the victory.
She calls herself the hottest flame. And boy, the fans are booing her so loud. She's going to start some flames in the Grady Cole Center right here in Charlotte as we look at it once again. Foot on the rope. What kind of leverage does that give somebody like Kiera Hogan?
Tremendous leverage, but you got to give credit to Kiera because she waited for the referee to get position where he could not see it. And then put the feet up on the ropes. And now Kiera is taking in all the cheers, all the boos. She doesn't care because Kiera Hogan got the win.
She said the fans didn't see anything. She's denying she did anything dastardly right there.
Well, you know, if the ref didn't see it, it didn't happen, right?
Technically, that's illegal, but the ref didn't see it, so we can't call it. But we talked about Charity King, though. She wanted so bad to do something big, to make a major splash, and she couldn't get it done, and you see the look in her face right now. She is so disappointed.
Well, I will say this, Charity may have not gotten the win, but she may have gotten the attention of the wrestling world tonight.
This right here. Faye Jackson is front row.
Oh my goodness, what is this meeting of the minds here?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Faye Jackson. She is a world-traveled professional wrestler, so experienced, and she's giving Charity King a lesson right now, telling her what she could have done better.
Right there, that could be the difference. That could be the difference in her career going forward.
She's raising her arm right now, calling her a champion. This is very interesting. You wonder if they're going to try to meet in the back, exchange numbers, and maybe Charity King can get a few points from her, take her game to the next level.